Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. So I got a question in the comments and it was excellent. It was just excellent. By the way, whenever you have questions, please put it in the comment section on YouTube. It also gives me ideas sometimes and suggestions of what you would like me to talk about. The question was this: what is the difference between worthiness and entitlement? Excellent question, because sometimes there's a very fine line between the two. One will bring us closer to the things that we want and need in our life, and the other is going to push them all away from us. So we really need to know the difference, okay? So let's examine the two ideas. What is entitlement? Give an example of entitlement. And how do you know when you're entitled, when you're feeling entitled? Entitled is two words. I deserve. I deserve. I deserve better. I don't deserve this. You know, when we ask why me, there's two ways to ask that question. One of them is in an entitled way. In an entitled way. How's that? When something happens, and of course it's not, so good, maybe, in our interpretation, we say, why me? We're looking at the sky. I'm not sure what we're looking at. Maybe God. I don't know. God's not up in the sky somewhere. Why me? Meaning, what's the translation? I don't deserve this. I deserve better. Okay? Now that might sound good, to some people, especially when we're all trying to feel worthy, because most of the planet doesn't feel worthy these days, and I'll try to explain why most of us don't feel worthy, especially, more in the West. But yeah, why me? Because I deserve better. That's what we're saying without actually saying it. I deserve better. Now think about this for a moment. When something really good happens, do we ask the same question? Why me? Why do I deserve this good? Why do I deserve this blessing? Likely not. We just take it on and we say, of course, yes, I do deserve this because it's happening. I must have done something good, right? Otherwise, it wouldn't be happening. I wouldn't be getting rewarded, maybe, or so we think. So let's understand, what is the difference between being worthy and being entitled? So let's start this way with this explanation. We are God. We are godly, potentially. Why is that? Because we have a soul. Now, we will explain that in the crash course. That's coming up, by the way, very, very soon. We're looking to January, probably first week. If you're interested in attending our 3-hour crash course of Kabbalah, please email info@rabbieabe.com. Put crash course in the subject line, okay? And we will send you registration as soon as it becomes available. I mean, thank God so many people have had interest, and we're trying to figure out what's the best platform, because it's too many than what we thought previously. Anyhow, so when we are feeling entitled, it's against our godly portion. What does it mean, godly portion? We have a soul. What is this soul? According to the Kabbalah, it's a peace creator force. Now, I'm not going to sit here and try to explain what God is. Frankly, we don't know what God is. But what we do know is how this force, or what is let's say the effect of the force of God, of God, creator force, we understand through Kabbalah how it functions. And each one of us has a piece of that energy. It has a dual purpose. We'll get into that more in the crash course, but it has a capacity of receiving. We call that consciousness, okay? Because really, in our life, all we really want are things which are non-physical. Think about it. We want peace of mind. We want to be happy. We want to be free. We want security. All the different things that we want in our life. None of them are physical. You can't hold any of them in your hand, can you? So, and where are you feeling happy? Where are you feeling secure? Is your ear secure? Is your thumb happy? No, it's a non-physical place. It's your soul. It's your energy. It's a compartment that we all have. That force of soul operates rules and principles. They're very definite. They operate with the same rules as does where it originates. This is a piece that originates from a creative force. Call it God, call it whatever you want. This creative force has Zero capacity to receive anything. Creative is the opposite of receiving. Creative means effort and energy that I put out towards building something. Of course, we can put lots of effort and energy out there towards destroying things. That's not creative energy, okay? Even though we're outputting maybe a lot of energy. I'll ask you a question. When you complain, are you creating something or are you destroying? Answer: it's connected to the energy of destruction. It breaks down. It does not build. It does not contribute. It does not give anybody anything. The opposite. You complain to people who are feeling pretty good, they're going to be drained by the time you get done with them, if you're a complainer. So complaining about what is not okay, what I don't have, where I should be, I'm not, is the opposite of creation. The opposite. And therefore, it is the opposite of our essence. Our essence, our soul, our essence is creative. Now, there's all kinds of forces at work to oppose us. Our body is one of them. Our body tends to be not always creative. I won't go into that. We'll leave that for the crash course. But suffice to say that this chip that's within us, it's not capable. It has rules. It's not capable of taking. It is our body that takes. There's a balance, okay? But it itself, energetically, is not capable of taking. And the proof is, whenever we try to take something, we get less. Yes, true. Whenever we take something, and I can't define taking right now, crash course, but the point is, when we receive through our own personal desire because I want, we will never get that long term. That is a rule. It's a rule of life. Whatever we get will be short-lived. By the way, short-lived can be 20 years, but it's going downhill. Okay, it's going downhill. Eventually will end completely. Short-lived can also be a minute, a day. I feel good for a day, and then, I need another fix. That is the result of taking, energetic taking. Let's call it that. True receiving comes about through work. Let's say the feeling of accomplishment when you've worked hard on a project and you feel an inner satisfaction. You've received energy that not only will not go away, but will likely even get better with time, like a fine wine, because that's the nature of true receiving. So our soul receives by effect creative energy that we put out. Whenever we're just trying to take energy because I lack it, we get angry, we're trying to take energy because it's the result of something I didn't get. We complain because of what? Because of something I'm not getting, or something that's not, I want to be that, I'm not that right now. I want a relationship, I don't have one, I'm lonely. I want to be happy, I'm not happy. I'm sad, I'm depressed. Destructive energy. Again, it doesn't appear outwardly destructive. It's the opposite of our soul. Worthy. So what is worthiness then? Worthy means I have potential. Means I have the tools. Worthy means I'm not less than anybody else. Worthy means that I can do it. If you can do it, I can do it. I just need to be creative. I need to put in the creative energy. I need to come to my realizations about life. If I have a blockage, I know I can remove this because I have godly power. I have a soul. I have force. The force of creative energy within me. It's part of my DNA. I can do it. That's worthy. Worthy is not I deserve. I'm entitled. I'm entitled means why don't I have it? Again, surefire way to understand if you're in a state of entitlement is you complain. We complain. We complain about we don't have. We complain about this. We complain about that. We complain about why things aren't the way I think they should be. Well, no, they're not. Because there is rhyme and reason to the universe. There's a perfect order in the universe. And if there's something you're missing, there's a reason for that. You need to learn what it is. Now, if you're feeling worthy, you will learn what it is. You will make the effort. You will put in creative energy in order to learn, in order to grow, in order to better yourself. You don't complain about what you don't have. You don't complain about the way things are, because that's not what creative people do. Again, it's against the soul. Not only that, it creates more blockages. You see, a person who is entitled, feels entitled, especially if they're a good person, because we won't get into that. Bad people tend to get whatever they want, but there's other forms of payment. We won't go there. Okay. But if you're a good person, but you're feeling entitled, you're blocking yourself from the things that do want to come to you. It's a spiritual fact. You create blockages against the very thing that you feel entitled to, perhaps, which is crazy. Because remember, the universe gives us opportunity, and the main objective in the principle of receiving is creative effort. We must put in creative effort in whichever way. We don't always understand what it is, and therefore we have to understand these things. Kabbalah explains all of these things very well. What is it that I'm not doing? What is my work? What is it that I'm supposed to do to remove the blockage? But whenever there is an opportunity for good, there will be an obstacle that comes before. That's cosmic law. There will be something that I need to overcome. And could be the urge to complain, the urge to feel entitled. You know, the Kabbalists, and this is another video, okay? So stay tuned for this one, is also going to be probably mind-blowing. But your abundance and your money come from the same root source as anger. Can't go into it now. It's another topic. But it's amazing. Imagine if every time you felt the urge to get angry, it was only because you have an opportunity for money. Money wants to come to you. Okay, another subject. Sorry, I didn't mean to do that to you. But again, we have to understand the difference between feeling of worthy, which means, again, I'm ready to do the work. I'm not complaining. I know I can do this. It's about me. I take responsibility. If I'm alone, if I'm, not making as much money as I'd like to make, if I'm, I don't want to go into all the lacks of life, but if I'm feeling insecure, whatever it is, it's about me. It's not about the universe. It's not about God. It's about me. There is nobody else. Without me, nothing would be happening. Without me, I wouldn't feel a lack. Without me, I wouldn't be able to be in charge of it. It's very funny, in the desert, Moses and Aaron, his brother, they were trekking along, and, the people who were with them, some of them, we call them mixed multitude, they were complaining all along. And, there were certain points in time there was no water. And at a certain point, Moses says to the people, listen, what's wrong with you guys? Don't you understand? You're not complaining about us. You're complaining about God, right? What does that mean, actually? It means what we're saying when we complain is there's no rhyme and reason to the universe. Things are haphazard. Things just happen. And why am I not getting? Why am I not receiving what I deserve to be receiving? Well, the answer is, and here's a simple rule. When you are feeling entitled, again, you may not recognize it, but when you feel you deserve something that you don't have, chances are you've gotten too much that you do not deserve. You will see it as you deserve more. And the answer is probably not. But when you're feeling worthy and creative, you're not busy with what you don't have. You don't have time for that. You're putting out creative energy. You're working. You're growing. And when you're doing that, when you're not looking, everything is going to come and sit on your head. Whatever. If it's the right relationship, if it's the opportunities that you need to make more money, if it's a good word that you thought you should have, but you let it go. No, if it didn't come to me, it's not for me. I don't want it. Because the rule is, the universe knows better than we do what we should have at any given moment. And if we don't have it at the moment, there's work to be done. So I can remove the blockages to, yes, have it. But having expectations and feeling it's due to me is a severe blockage. I can't stress this too much. How do you go out of it? Be willing to put in all the creative energy possible. Don't feel you deserve anything, because our soul never feels we deserve. This is the conflict between our body energy and our soul. Our soul never feels we deserve anything. We didn't come to this world, to this dimension, because we feel we deserve anything. The very opposite. The only reason why we came is to inject creative energy in. And when we're not doing that, we're not doing what we came for. And we will lack. And that's the signal. Now, Can't look at other people. Don't judge yourself by others. Everyone came to do something different. We don't know what anyone else came to do. Not our job. Don't compare. Never. Focus on yourself. Focus on what you need to do to truly feel worthy. Take responsibility for what you're missing in your life. Take responsibility for it. Say, yes, you know what? Whatever it is, I created this blockage. I can remove it. Because when you don't take that responsibility, then you're helpless, right? You don't know when you created the blockage. But if you're not responsible for the blockage, so how could you remove it? You're not responsible. You see, when we take responsibility for what we lack, we can change it. We can change it. And we can always change it. That's what I got for you. Be blessed. Questions in the comment section. And I'll see you very soon on the next video. All the best, guys. All the best.